Good evening everyone, welcome to another video with Pratham Test Prep. This is your host Sushila. So today we'll be talking about abrogation of Article 370, and the reason we are talking about it is the Supreme Court recently as in today has scheduled August 2, 2023 as the starting date for hearing a batch of petitions challenging the dilution of Article 370 and the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019. Now these petitions contest the removal of Jammu and Kashmir's special status as well as the division of the region into union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh under the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019. So today the matter was listed for directions to complete the pre-hearing formality. Chief Justice of India Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud along with Justices Sanjay Kishan Kaul, Sanjeev Khanna, B.R. Gavai and Surya Kant forms the bench that will hear the case. The Chief Justice stated that the hearing will take place on a day-to-day starting from August 2nd except on Mondays and Fridays. Now let's have a look, let's see the background of this particular case. So the hearing regarding the repeal of Article 370 and the reorganization of the State of Jammu and Kashmir Act began in December 2019, which was just after 4 months of the centre's notification. Despite the judgment acknowledging that a 5-judge combination could address the issues raised in the pleas, the matter has not been listed until now. However, it had been mentioned before various Chief Justices of India on multiple occasions. In April 2022, the then Chief Justice of India, Dr. N.V. Ramana, declined to provide a definitive answer when it was mentioned in front before him. Then in September of the same year, that is September 2022, the then Chief Justice U.U. Lalit agreed to list the petitions, but his tenure was short-lived, so he could not actually hear them. And now his successor and the current Chief Justice of India, Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud, has expressed his inclination to list the matters on two separate occasions. Justice N.V. Ramana and Subhash Reddy were the part of the previous constitution bench that dealt with this matter, but they have already retired. Therefore, Justice Kaul and Gavai and Kant were the members of the previous 5-judge bench. Now, Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Sanjeev Khanna have joined to fill the vacancy. Now, these vacancies were created after the retirement of Justice N.V. Ramana and Justice Subhash Reddy. Another reason why this case has come up again is very recently the central government submitted a fresh affidavit in this particular case, asserting that its decision to dilute Article 370 in 2019 and which revoked the special status of Jammu and Kashmir has brought unprecedented development, progress, security and stability to the region. The centre defended its move by stating that in past 3 years, schools, colleges, universities, hospitals and other public institutions have been functioning without any strikes or disturbances. This particular affidavit also emphasized that the earlier practices of daily hartals, strike, stone pelting, bandh are now a thing of a past due to the removal of Article 370. The centre also highlighted the return of normalcy after 3 decades of turmoil in the state, citing examples such as formation of a duty-elected 3-tier Panchayati Raj system in Jammu and Kashmir, a reduction of law and order events by 97.2%, a decrease in terrorist-initiated instances by 45.2% in 2020 as compared to 2019. And the affidavit also emphasized that there has been a significant drop in terrorist recruitment from 199 in 2018 to 12 only in 2020, among other positive developments. Now, let's look at the constitutional view, that which articles are associated. So the articles associated in this particular case are Articles 335A and Article 370. So Article 35A Article 35A stems from Article 370 and was introduced through a presidential order in 1954. The Article 35A does not appear in the main body of the Constitution, but it appears in the Appendix 1. Article 35A actually empowers the Jammu and Kashmir legislature to define the permanent residents of the state and their special rights and privileges. Permanent residents of Jammu and Kashmir were given exceptional privileges and rights under Article 35A. These rights included ability to purchase property there, preference in hiring for positions in the public sector and other benefits. And according to this article, only citizens of Jammu and Kashmir who dwell there year round are eligible to purchase any real estate there and cast ballots in the local elections. Article 35A was repealed by the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019. Now let's talk about the main article, that is Article 370. Let's see a little bit of background in this. So Article 370 is a constitutional provision that gave Jammu and Kashmir its special status. Alright, the signing of Instrument of Accession by Maharaja Hari Singh in 1947 during the time of independence led to the creation of Article 370. The provision was incorporated in Part 21 of the Constitution. The Part 21 of the Constitution is temporary, transitional and special provisions. This article was enacted on October 17, 1949 as a temporary clause in the Indian Constitution under Part 21, and it granted Jammu and Kashmir exemption from certain provisions of Indian Constitution. It restricted Parliament's authority and Parliament's power with respect to state of J&K. It allowed the state itself to have its constitution and limited legislative authority of the Parliament of the Indian Parliament in that region. Initially, it was proposed under Article 306A by Sir Narasimha Gopalaswamy Iyengar, but it eventually became Article 370. Now, after the Jammu and Kashmir Constituent Assembly created the state constitution, it was dissolved on January 25, 1957 without endorsing either abrogation or revision of Article 370. This left the status of the clause uncertain and subject to interpretation. Now 10 years after this particular constitution, the state constitution was created, there were already issues being raised in the Lok Sabha. There are two such incidents that I would like to talk about. One was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So Pandit Nehru, on the floor of Lok Sabha on 27 November 1963, said that Article 370 has been eroded and the progress of gradual erosion is going on. And a year later, the then Home Minister Gulzari Lal Nanda, again on the floor of Lok Sabha on December 4, 1964, said that Article 370 is a tunnel to take the Constitution of India to Jammu and Kashmir. He further said that in the end, only the shell will remain there and it will benefit of its content and it will hardly make any difference whether it's kept or not. Now these two statements by these two particular leaders of the country spoke volumes about dilution of Article 370 of the Constitution of India just merely after 1 decade of its enactment. Finally, the abrogation of Article 370 took place in 2019. So the President of India utilized the authority provided under Clause 1 of Article 370 to issue the Constitution Implementation of Jammu and Kashmir Order 2019 on August 5, 2019. This order revoked the special status that was previously granted to Jammu and Kashmir. As a result of the repeal of Article 370, Jammu and Kashmir no longer possesses its own constitution, flag or anthem. The population of Jammu and Kashmir no longer holds dual citizenship. The legislative amendments made by the Indian Parliament, such as Right to Information Act and Right to Education Act, are now applicable in Jammu and Kashmir. And with this particular abolition of Article 370, Jammu and Kashmir now comes under the full purview of Indian Constitution and all other 890 central legislations. After the repeal of Article 370, Jammu and Kashmir is considered as an integral part of both India legally as well as practically by a lot of people. The view was that the Article 370 of the Constitution was a temporary provision and it lacked effectiveness and thus needed to be repealed. So right now, two main things that are being argued is the repealing of the special status as well as the reorganization of the state into two different union territories. We'll get back to you after there is more information on this particular topic, as and when the Supreme Court decides and as and when the hearings, what exactly they say. We'll come back to it once the things are even more clear or there is another step that has been added to. Till then, that's it from today. That's it from our side. Thank you for watching today. Please like, comment and share the video, and please subscribe to the channel for more such content. Thank you.